Hi, Mia. Sorry I'm so late, but I overslept again.
That's okay. Breakfast is just about ready.
Oh, don't look at me. I don't have any makeup on yet. Now, that's what you're supposed to say. But, Rhoda, you look sensational without makeup.
Have some juice.
Right.
Hi, all. And Rhoda. Good morning. Would you like some scrambled eggs?
Just some coffee, thanks. I have to drive Beth to school.
Don't you think you put a teeny bit too much makeup under your eyes?
Hey, Mary, I watched that documentary you did last night.
Oh, yeah, so did I.
Hey, you both caught it.
Caught it. Do you seriously think I'm about to miss any show entitled What's Your Sexual IQ?
Well, what did anybody think?
I thought it was informative, enlightening, and mature.
Yeah. In other words, totally boring.
Boring.
You know, we didn't want to do that show in the first place.
You didn't.
Now, it was the station manager's idea to do something controversial. So we did it, and he said it was too controversial. So we ended up doing this non-controversial controversy show.
Well, I got to admit, I switched to another channel. But I got a terrific talk show. They had on the woman who wrote The Sensuous Woman and the man who wrote The Sensuous Man. Unfortunately, I never did get to see the end of the show. They left together during a commercial.
Well, my entire family watched Mary's show, and we found it very well done. Especially Beth.
Bess watched What's Your Sexual IQ? Phyllis, isn't she a little young?
Well, Lars and I never censor what our little Bess watches on television. Of course, we always have on some documentary or special affairs program or such.
Oh, this is true. I dropped by Phyllis's one day, and there she was, sitting watching a stimulating educational program. It involved this group of well-informed ladies guessing if there was a home freezer hidden behind a curtain.
No, I do not recall the occasion. I'll have to ask someone, possibly my husband, a man.
Come in. Hiya, Bess.
Hiya, Mary. I'm ready for school now, Phyllis.
Good. Have a little respect for your mother, kid. Call her Aunt Phyllis.
Oh, Aunt Mary, I wanted to stay awake during your program last night, but I'm sorry, I just couldn't.
Oh, well, no, that's okay, sweetie.
I tried, but Daddy's snoring kept making me sleepy.
Good kid, good.
Oh, well, we'll talk to you later. Come on, honey.
Hey, Rhoda, we better get a move on if I'm going to drop you off at work.
Well, I'll put my face on in the car.
Rhoda, you're not going to pull that tricky adjusting the rear view mirror thing on me again, are you?
You think you have it bad. You should hear the driver yell when I do it on the bus. Mary, you know what really bugged me about that show last night?
What?
It was that part where you had to, add up your score, your sexual IQ. Don't spread it around, but I got a 47.
Rhoda, are you serious? Come on, it's just a silly, gimmicky little test. Who cares if you didn't pass it? I know I certainly don't care that I got a 90.
Wait a minute, Mary. Wait a minute. You wrote up those questions. You should have got 100.
I wear flannel pajamas.
No, I don't. I still got a 47. Wow, how do you like that? I flunked the sexual IQ test, passed the national driver's test. And Mary, I'm a lousy driver.
Well, thank you very much for calling. Goodbye. Well, finally, a normal one. The phone calls this morning have been insane, really insane.
What? People reacting to that sex show you did last night?
Murray, it was an educational program.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yes, people are definitely reacting to that sex show we did last night. So far, it's 9 calls for, 14 against, and 13 obscene.
You want me to take the calls for a while?
Oh, Gordy, would you?
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Did I ring?
No, Mr. It's just that it's crazy out there this morning, and I just need to take a break.
In my office?
Well, I guess that's a long enough break.
No, that's all right. It's all right. It's the price I must pay for being such a sweetheart. Just make yourself right at home. Can I perhaps get you a cup of coffee?
No, Mr. Grant, I'll just be getting back now.
Hey, I thought our show was pretty good last night.
Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Grant. I did
Because I got an 88 on it.
That's a very good score.
I would have gotten 100, but I wear a flannel nightshirt.
Yeah, that was the trick question.
Mary, caught your show last night. Where'd you do your research? You know what I mean about when I said, where'd you do your research?
Yes, I did, Ted. I got what you mean. Oh, yes.
She didn't get what I mean. Do you get what I mean?
Ted, everybody in the room got what you mean. Everybody in the United States of America got what you mean, and everybody thinks it's stupid. Everybody.
I knew it'd go over your heads.
Hello, newsroom. Yeah, this is Miss Richards speaking. Yeah, hold on a second, will you? Hello? Yeah, hang on. Hey, look, man, I got another obscene caller. Let me call you back. Yeah, I know you're in a booth. All right, I'll hurry. Hello? Hello? All right, hung up. I tell you, Mary, these obscene callers aren't as patient as they used to be.
Mary, when you finish that, will you please call sales and find out which commercial spots we still have open for tonight?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Hello. I want to know why you didn't use me on that documentary last night.
Well, we can talk about that later in my office, Ted.
No, Lou. I want to talk about it right here and now.
Right here and now?
Right here and now, Lou.
You want me to tell you, right here and now, in front of everyone in this room, people you work with day in and day out, why I didn't want to use you on that show last night?
No, I don't.
I'll take it, Newsroom. Yeah, well, I guess Lou Grant was in charge of last night's show. Lou?
Yeah. Thanks, Glenn. Hello? This is Lou Grant speaking. Yeah, what can I do for you? Hey, lady, it's really no business of mine what you and your husband, look, I don't know, maybe if you had a couple of drinks, No, wait, look, I don't give that kind of, just a minute. Mary, you want to take this? Lady, I want to wish you all the luck in the world.
Sales, please.
A documentary on football, that I can't get?
Peggy Ann, it's Mary. Can you tell me how many spots we have open on the show tonight? 3, huh? Thank you. Oh, really? Did you? 100, huh? That's terrific. Bye-bye. Peggy Ann and sales. Couldn't wait to tell me she got 100% on the test last night.
100.
100?
Say, Murray, if anyone asks for me, I'll be gone for a little while. I think I'll mosey up to sales and buy something.
Wonder what they sell up there.
Mary? Yeah? Mary? What happened today? I tried calling at the office and I couldn't get through.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. It's just phone calls were driving me crazy.
Oh, by the way, did you pick up those things for me while you were shopping?
Yeah, I did. Here they are.
Well, why couldn't I get you today?
Well, I stopped answering the phone about 11 o'clock. You couldn't believe the weird calls in reaction to that show last night.
Mary, would you mind if I change the subject for just a second?
Oh, boy, Phil, I would love it.
It's about the show last night.
Phil.
Well, actually, I wouldn't have thought about it had it not been for the show. This is so hard to talk about.
Oh, no, they've gotten my home number, too? No, go away.
I'll get it. Hello? Oh. You're right. It is an obscene call.
Oh.
It's Rhoda.
Hi. Yeah, come on down if you want. Bye. Honestly, Phyllis, the two of you are...
Oh, Mary. We really like each other. We really do. Except as people. Anyhow, about this other thing, the problem is Beth.
Beth?
Well, she's growing up now, and Mary, I can barely look at you in the eye when I say this. What I want to say is I cannot bring myself to tell Beth the facts of life. Well, sex, to name names. Oh, Rhoda. What? What? We were right in the middle of a very delicate, very complicated...
Oh, you want me to leave?
I'll leave.
So go on.
The insensitivity boggles the mind.
Phil, why don't you give Beth a book on the subject?
A book for what?
Oh, teach Beth the facts of life. Are you satisfied?
Phil, really, they have a whole bunch of books on the subject. Fertilization, birds, bees, flowers, you know, that kind of stuff.
No, bad idea. One, my parents gave me a whole bunch of those books, you know, on nature and stuff, when I was a kid. And it just confused me. I sort of ended up thinking I had to swim up the Columbia River.
How did you finally learn?
Oh.
Well, never mind.
Phil, if you can't bring yourself to tell Beth, why don't you have Lars do it?
Lars?
After all, well, he's a doctor.
Oh, no.
He'd probably just fall asleep.
Mary, I was thinking, you did a documentary on the whole thing.
Oh, and you want me to tell her? Oh, Phil, no, I don't think
Oh, why not?
Well, it's not my place.
Mary, I don't want her to learn about it on the street.
I could tell her.
Thanks, but I don't think she needs to know quite that much. Mary,
Oh, Phil.
oh, please.
Oh, all right, I'll tell
Thank
her.
you, Mary.
I just hope I tell her the right way.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's really easy.
Well, then why don't you do it?
Because, handled incorrectly, it could affect my little Bess for the rest of her life.
Okay, Phyllis, I will tell Beth on Saturday morning. Right, in the morning when it's open and honest and in the shadowless sunlight. 8 o'clock? Phil, could we make it a little less open and honest? I like to sleep late on Saturday. How about 10? Fine, I'll see you then. What? Oh, Phil, I don't think it makes any difference what Bess wears. I'll see you Saturday. Goodbye. Honestly, she is starting to get me so uptight about this whole thing.
You know, Mary, about Bess, you could always not tell her.
Not tell her?
Yeah, well, you got to figure if they haven't shown on Sesame Street, it may not be worth knowing.
Hey, yes, Ted Baxter here. I'd like to send a rose. No, miss, not roses, a rose. A single rose.
Miss Peggy Ann Watterson, Sales Department, WJMTV. And I'd like the card to read, in memory of a memorable evening. And charge it to my account, thank you. Say, Mayor, got any more of those 8x10 glossies of mine laying around?
Yes, I do. You want the front shot or the profile?
Give me the composite. What the heck?
Shall I stamp your autograph on it?
No, this is for somebody special. I'll do it myself.
Murray, wouldn't you think a parent could tell her own child the facts of life? I never thought I would have to do it until it was my child.
Oh, Mary, don't let it worry you. It's really nothing.
Yeah, he's right. It's no big deal. Like with us and our kid. Now, we decided to tell him early, before he got any wrong ideas. So we just set him down and told him straightforwardly and factually, and that was that.
What'd he say?
He said he'd rather have a horsey. Maybe we told him too early.
Ted, just out of morbid curiosity, and because I happen to have a bizarre sense of humor, how did you first hear about it?
Hear about what, Murray?
About sex.
Well, I don't understand. Does this have anything to do with my date last night?
No, he means how did you first find out about it?
Oh, well, I read a book. Told me everything I needed to know. God's Little Acre. There seems to be a lot of conversation in this room, but I don't hear any typing going on out here. Could I hear a little typing, please?
Sorry, Mr. Grant, it's my fault.
Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping it was his fault. Wasn't my fault, Lou. Wasn't my fault. So, what's the subject?
The facts of life and how to tell somebody.
Is this some date of yours? I could...
No, Mr. Grant.
It's not you,
No, it's not me.
because I figured you know about that.
I know. It's a little girl that I know, and... Mr. Grant, you've got 3 daughters. How'd you handle it?
Easiest thing in the world. Most natural thing I ever did.
What'd you say?
Well, I simply gathered the family around me. And I said, kids, your mother's going to tell you all about sex now. And I left.
Barry, what's the date today?
October 23rd.
October 23rd. The day my little Bess discovers the meaning of being a woman. October 23rd.
No, wait, I think it's the 24th.
October 23rd or 4th. The day my little Bess discovers the meaning of being a woman. Oh, Mary. I think I'm going to cry. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Oh, well, Phil, don't be embarrassed. If you want to cry, well, you just go right ahead and cry.
Oh, Mary, thank you.
Well, look, Phil, don't feel called upon to cry. Just there for you to do if you care to.
Mary, be frank. Do you think I'm copping out, not telling Bess myself?
Yes, but, Phil, if you can't tell her, then you just can't tell her.
Good morning, team. Has everybody got their birds and bees sweatshirts on today?
Rhoda, oh, relax.
Don't worry, Phyllis. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just auditing this course.
Hi, Aunt Mary. Hi, Beth.
Well, it's October 23rd or 4th. The day I go shopping. Bye, Phyllis. Goodbye, Beth.
Goodbye, Phyllis.
Goodbye, Rhoda.
Well, are you hungry or anything?
No, thanks. I just ate. Is it okay if I just watch TV?
Well, what now?
Well, it's just that all the great programs are on Saturday morning. You know, the non-educational ones that Phyllis kills me if I watch.
Oh, yeah. On Saturday morning, they have that terrific Dr. Slime.
Oh, they canceled Dr. Slime.
Oh, no. You're kidding. They canceled the doc? Mary, get me a crayon. I'm writing that sponsor.
Listen, Bess, maybe later on we could watch some TV, right? Now there are a couple of things that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, sure.
You know, Bess, I was thinking that, boy, you're really at a great age, you know. I mean, it's before you get into the whole world of dating, but after you've started to look around and notice boys.
Excuse me, Aunt Mary.
Yes, darling.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you or anything, but are you leading up to telling me about love and stuff?
Well, yes.
Oh, good. Well, 'cause I tried asking Phyllis, but you know how she is.
Oh, I know, darling. And that's why she asked me to tell you about sex.
Sex? I thought you were going to tell me about love. I already know all about sex.
You do?
Sure, since last March. Alice Ann Knott told me while we were ice skating. First I didn't believe her, but Stephanie Weitzer backed her up. So we all talked it over and took a vote on it and voted it was true.
Oh, I'm so glad. For its sake.
Well, are there any questions?
Well, sex I know about. But the whole thing about love, well, that I gotta know. 'Cause of Howie, the boy I go with, Howie. He's captain of the 8th grade Raiders, and he's the smartest boy in our whole class. He shaves once a week. Really cute.
She married? Sorry, force a habit.
Well, anyways, Aunt Mary, he loves me, but, well, the thing is, I don't know if I want to love him back or not.
Well, Bess, you don't have to love him back if you don't feel it.
Well, I kind of feel it, but...
What?
Well, everybody says that love and sex go together, right?
Well, yes.
So if you love somebody, do you...
Oh, Bess, no. Oh, sweetheart, is that what you were worried about?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Bess, darling, no, you don't even have to think about that for a while. No, darling, you are allowed to love someone and not even be concerned about the other thing.
Really?
Sure. Just look at any couple who's been married 10 years.
Oh, Aunt Mary, I'm so glad, because he really is nice, and it'll be so nice to be able to love him back. Aunt Mary?
Yes, darling?
Can I watch TV now?
Yes, you may. Well, how'd I do?
Oh, Mary, great, great. Inspired even. Yeah.
Thank you.
Listen, there was some good thoughts in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, separating sex and love. I don't know what you did for the kid, but I think you just changed my life.
Mary? Hi. Mary?
How did it go? It went fine. Just fine.
It wasn't traumatic for her or
No,
anything?
no, Phyllis. I think Bess has a very nice picture of the whole thing.
Oh, good. Oh, I think I'll go tell her myself now.
Phil! She already knows.
Oh, I know, but now that the ice has been broken, I think it would be a nice memory for her to hear it from her very own mother.
Whatever you think is best.
I know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to make it sound beautiful and spiritual and ethereal. I'll make it sound
almost true.
And so the state legislature passed a bill to bolster Minnesota's slacking tourist trade. The governor is expected to sign the bill just as soon as he returns from his fishing vacation in Canada. Now let's hear the latest ball scores from Wally Arnold and the sports. Point to Wally.
No, don't say point to Wally. Point to Wally.
Newsroom. Well, hiya, stranger. Gee, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Oh, really? Tell me about it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hey, you didn't happen to work in any business during that business trip, did you? Oh, no, not too much. Things are pretty slow around here. Oh, yeah? Tell me.
Does anyone happen to remember this morning's memo about personal phone calls during business hours? Murray?
Well, how could we forget? It isn't often you see the words don't, no, not, never, and forbid in the same sentence. It's one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, I saved it.
Mary?
Just a second. My boss is standing here staring at me. Yes, sir.
I was just wondering if you'd mind stepping into my office for a minute.
Oh, yes, sir.
When you're finished with your call, of course.
Oh, I'm finished. It's for you. It's your friend, Mike Cooper. He can't remember where the card game is tonight.
I better take that in my office.
Oh, he'll be right with you. Bye-bye. Hey, Murray. Happen to know Mr. Cooper?
No, I never met him. What's he like?
Well, I don't know. Well, I do, but I don't. Well, it's it's hard to explain.
No, it isn't. You do, but you don't, but you do. I understand.
Oh, Murray, come on, really. But I mean, I've never met him in person. I've only met his voice.
Well, what's his voice like?
Interesting.
Be prepared to be disappointed. When I first came to the station, there was a guy that sounded great on the phone. But when I met him, he turned out to be a complete and utter dud.
Who was that?
Hi, guys.
Speak of the dud.
Say, Mayor, you know that rating graph that you've been working on, the one that shows how well we're doing against the competition?
Yes, Ted, I have it. Yeah, here it is. The red line is us.
Hey, we're on top.
No, Ted.
I hope believes in those dumb ratings anyway.
The people on the top. See, Ted, do you happen to know Mr. Grant's friend, Mr. Cooper?
Cooper.
3 Coopers and you're out, Ted.
Wait a minute, that's Lou's friend, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's he look like?
Well, I don't know. That's, why I'm asking you.
Well, Mary, you're going to have to give me a better hint than that.
Mike, I don't know if she's over 5'5". I don't pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah, you bet she's attractive. Stuff like that I pay attention to. Now listen, we got a little rule around here. We never indulge in personal phone calls during business hours. So can we get this conversation back to business? Good. Now, the poker game tonight is at Walter's. 8:30. And it's your turn to bring the dip.
Yes, sir.
There was something I wanted to see you about. What was it?
That I shouldn't make, personal phone calls.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Was there something else I wanted to see you about?
Well, no. Yes. I was curious. Mike Cooper.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not fixing you up with Mike Cooper.
I didn't say that I wanted to be fixed up with him.
What's wrong with Mike Cooper?
Well, yeah, he's...
Everyone's crazy about him. He's a big lawyer. He makes $50,000 a year. Mary, you quit pumping me.
I'm not pumping you. I just always thought that he sounded very nice on the phone.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Well, sure. Let's keep it that way.
Okay. I'll tell you why, and then you'll know why I don't fix people up. When I was in college, I had a best friend named Warren Tucker. Tuck and I were this close. Then I fixed him up with a girl I knew. I figured they'd hit it off real good. But it didn't work out. They got married.
Just say that it
was a rotten marriage. If I hadn't meddled and gotten those two together, Warren Tucker might be a happy man today. Mary, I can't run the risk of messing up Mike Cooper's life by introducing him to you.
Thanks a lot.
Hey,
Hi.
Mary, you know the best thing about going on a diet? Going off a diet. This will be the first food I have had in 2 weeks that is not green and leafy. Now just hang in there, kid. When the buzzer goes off, the lobster is ready. What's in there? 10,000 calories. Screaming to get out and into my body.
There has got to be a better way to celebrate losing weight than stuffing yourself. Ah, there's the lobster.
Boy, he really wants to get out of there, doesn't he?
You answer the lobster and I'll answer the door. Mr. Grant.
Hi, Mary.
Come in.
I hope I'm not getting you in the middle of dinner or anything.
No. Dinner is served.
Well, not in the middle. Rhoda, you know Mr. Grant.
Oh, sure. Hiya, Lou.
Would you like something to eat?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Got any scotch?
Sure. You sure you don't want anything to go with it?
Yeah, maybe I better. Put a little ice in it.
Well, this is certainly an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here tonight?
I wanted to talk to you, Mary, before I went to my poker game tonight. What are you doing?
Making a drink.
That's not how you make a drink. Give me that. Here's how you make a drink.
What do we do with this?
Pour it in there. Now you've got it.
Well, Mr. Grant.
Mary? I started thinking on the way to my card game tonight. Well, I said a very foolish thing in the office today.
Oh, what foolish thing was that, Mr. Grant?
I was bullheaded, selfish, insensitive. You know how I am.
Oh, yes.
Mary, I'm going to break my rule for you.
Which rule?
My not fixing people up with Mike Cooper rule.
Who's Mike Cooper?
Mike Cooper is probably the most eligible bachelor in the Twin Cities. He's a big lawyer, he's available, and Mary's had her eye on him for a long time, and that's why I'm going to break my rule.
Mr. Grant, you don't have to break your rule.
Hey, I didn't do all this thinking and come all the way over here to break my rule just so you can tell me not to break my rule. I came here to break my rule, and I'm going to break my rule. Look, both you and Mike are a couple of my favorite people. And, it just feels right.
Like me being single.
Look, you, me, and Mike will have lunch together tomorrow just to get acquainted, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for the meal. Don't get up. Bye-bye, girls.
Goodbye, Mr. Grant.
So long, Lou.
Mary, tomorrow wear your purple dress.
My purple dress? Why?
You know.
Don't you think it's a little,
Right.
Mary Cooper.
Oh, come on, Rhoda. Just another blind date. Probably nothing will come of it.
Really? Rhoda Cooper.
Lunchtime. Anyone want to join me for teriyaki, Mayor?
Oh, thanks, Ted. I'd love to, but I've got a date for lunch.
Oh. How about you, Mary? You in the mood for a little teriyaki for lunch today?
Ted, there aren't any Japanese restaurants around here.
Well, I know that. Chef Leroy made some beef teriyaki on his show today. Can't you smell it? It's in all the halls.
Well, gee, Ted, I'd love to join you, but I brought my lunch today.
Oh. Oh, that's okay. That means there'll just be more for me.
Well, I think I'll take my lunch break. I'll be at Bill's Big Burger if anyone wants me.
I thought you said you brought your lunch.
Oh, no. I always keep a dummy lunch for when Ted asks. I'll see you, Mayor.
What's that big stink in the hall?
Beef teriyaki. Chef Leroy cooking on his show today.
Boy, that Leroy. One time he made corned beef and cabbage and they had to evacuate the whole building. Mary,
Yes, sir.
you're not wearing my purple dress.
Oh, yes, I know. It's in the cleaners. But, well, isn't this one okay?
Yeah, but it just isn't a purple one, that's all.
Newsroom? Yes. Yes, I will. I'll have him call. Not at all. That was Mr. Cooper's office. They want him to call as soon as he gets here. And why are you straightening my desk?
Huh? Oh, well, when Mike gets here, I don't want him to think you're sloppy.
Oh, Mr. Grant, it's just a get-acquainted lunch. There's no need to... Oh.
Mike! Well, all right, great, would you? Huh? Well, here she is. Mary Richards. Mary, this is Mike Cooper. Mike Cooper, this is Mary Richards.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, Mr. Cooper, your office called. They'd like you to call them right away.
You can use my phone. Right in here, Mike. Right in here, pal. Well, how do you like him so far?
Well, he's very...
Oh, you darn right he is. And by the way, Mary, you called him Mr. Cooper.
Mike.
Right.
Line was busy. I'll call him later.
Later means from his car.
Oh, come on.
The man has a phone in his car. How many guys do you know who can make a call from their car?
My cousin can.
He's probably a big lawyer, too.
No, he's a big cop.
Well, what would you kids like to have for lunch?
Oh, well, I'll leave that up to you.
All right, you decide, Mike. Come on.
You know, it's the strangest thing. Ever since I got off the elevator, I've had this craving for beef teriyaki.
I think I'll have the tempura luncheon.
Good. I'll have the sukiyaki.
Okay, Ohio gozaimasu. Ryoriten wa taihen, kirei...
What?
I'll have beef teriyaki.
Your English is much better.
Thank you. I was trying to impress you. How am I doing?
Sounded very good to me.
Halfway through, I realized I'd never be able to order the whole meal in Japanese, but it was too late to turn back.
What a guy.
Gee, this is a fun place to eat.
Bet you didn't even think I could find a Japanese restaurant.
I think the long drive was worth it. What town are we in, anyway?
Yokohama.
What a guy.
Lou, you keep saying, what a guy. I feel like I'm on display or something. Why don't we change the subject? Let's talk about Mary. Then you can say, what a girl.
What a guy. So, Mike, what do you think? Isn't she even nicer than you pictured her on the phone?
No, but I pictured her pretty good.
Wait till you see her in a purple dress. Mary, what do you think of Mike?
You can see this isn't going to be an easy one.
I think you may be right.
Something wrong? What is it? What's wrong?
Lou, everything is fine if you just relax.
You're absolutely right. Okay, I'll relax and I won't say anything.
What do you mean you won't say anything? We don't want you to just sit there and not say anything.
Mr. Grant, we want you to say something.
No. I've been doing all the talking. I want you two to talk. Go ahead. Talk.
So, Mike, you're a lawyer. That must be fascinating.
Yeah, it really is. I love it.
Courtroom drama is so interesting.
Yeah, it must be. I haven't been in a courtroom in 3 years. Last time I was in a courtroom, I was fighting my own speeding ticket. I lost.
Anybody at this table have black Ford or sedan in parking lot license MRV291?
It's me.
Your car is ringing.
So what time is Mike picking you up?
Oh, I don't know, about 10 minutes, I guess.
Mary, I'm depressed because I don't have a date. You're depressed because you do. Is there any hope for us?
I'm not really depressed. I'm just not really excited.
Oh, it's one of those, huh?
Yeah, and it's really too bad. You know, he's such a nice guy. He's charming, he's witty. It's just, there's nothing between us.
Not even a wall, huh?
Nothing. And the worst part of it is that all day long at the office, Mr. Grant is giving me little winks and smiles like he knows something's happening. And the only thing that's happening is nothing's happening.
I think your problem is Mr. Grant.
I think you're right. Every time Mike and I are out, the conversation always works its way around to Mike saying, gee, Lou sure is a great guy, and I always counter with, he sure is. And we end up spending the rest of the evening talking about Mr. Grant.
Mary, what would happen if just once you and Mike didn't even talk about Mr. Grant? Or mention his name? Or think about him at all?
That might be a little difficult.
Why?
Because we're having dinner at Mr. Grant's.
That Lou sure is a great guy, isn't he?
Oh, he sure is. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Yeah, that's fine. You know, you've really fixed this place up nice, Mary.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Lou's fixed his place up nice, hasn't he?
Yeah, he sure is a great guy.
Yeah, he sure is. Mary, Lou's taken quite an interest in us, hasn't he?
Oh, yes.
Sometimes I think that he's taken more of an interest in us than we have in each other. How are we going to tell him?
Tell him what?
That you have no more interest in me than...
Oh, no, I wouldn't say...
Wait a minute. I haven't finished. Then I have in you.
Oh.
Now, don't get me wrong. You're a pretty, attractive, intelligent girl. But you're not my type.
Huh. Well, what do you know?
It's kind of a relief, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Hey, Mike,
Yeah?
why aren't I your type?
I like kind of an older woman, more seasoned, more meat and potatoes, you know what I mean? You're more like, you're like dessert, see, fluffy dessert.
I'm not fluffy.
You are in your purple dress. Hey, you know, this is the longest conversation we've had since I've known you where we didn't mention Lou Grant.
Yeah, you sure
Sure is.
Sure is.
Mary, we've got two options. We are going to have to tell him as soon as possible that we are not interested in each other, or we're going to have to get married just to keep from hurting his feelings.
Boy, it's going to be really hard to tell him. I think the earlier we do it, the easier it'll be.
Oh, yeah, it has to be right away.
How about, first thing tomorrow morning?
Perfect. I can't be there. I have to go to court.
I thought you said you never went to court.
Got another speeding ticket.
Morning, Murray.
Morning, Mayor.
Mr. Grant in yet?
No, I can tell because my feet are up on my desk.
Good morning.
Now he's in.
Get home okay?
Yes.
Good.
Mr. Grant,
Huh?
could I see you for a minute?
Sure.
Well, no, in there.
Sure. You know, Mary, Edie thought you and Mike looked perfect together, and believe me, she knows. She knows. Hey, what are you two doing tonight?
Nothing.
Good. Why don't the two of you join
The reason we're doing nothing is that Mr. Cooper and I...
Mike,
No, Mr. Cooper.
you aren't having your first fight, are you?
No, Mr. Grant, it's nothing as serious as all that.
Good.
We're just not seeing each other anymore.
What?
Mr. Grant, it just didn't work out between us. There was no magic.
Magic. What do you want him to do? Pull a rabbit out of a hat?
No, Mr. Grant.
Do snappy card tricks?
No, Mr. Grant.
Make your little heart go pity-pat?
That's it. Mr. Grant, what I'm trying to say is that when I'm out with Mr. Cooper on a date, it's like being out with you.
Something wrong with that?
Let me put it another way. I think that one of the reasons that you like Mr. Cooper so much is that he's so much like you, which is why I like him so much. But I just don't feel any attraction for him, just like I don't feel any attraction for... let me put that another way.
Now, you put it enough ways. Mary, you don't seem to understand. I don't do this. I broke the rule for you. I went out on a limb for you two. At least you could give that limb a chance to grow and to blossom before you go up there and hack it off.
I didn't hack it off. I gave it a chance.
Giving it a chance takes time, Mary. Mrs. Grant and I have been giving it a chance for 26 years. And we know that one of these days it's going to work out.
I wouldn't get so excited.
Of course I'm excited. You just said my best friend isn't good enough for you.
You don't seem to understand. He doesn't care much for me either.
What?
He says I'm not his type.
Ah, what does he know? Get him on the phone. Get him. Oh, hello. I said on the phone.
No, you had to be in court.
I pleaded guilty. It's quicker. Well, did Mary... he took it bad.
Just tell me one thing. What's wrong with her? Just one thing.
She's too fat, Lou.
Huh?
Lou, look, we appreciate your concern, but take my word for it. As a friend and a lawyer, it just didn't work out.
Was it something I did?
Oh, no, Mr. Grant, you did everything you could. More.
I did too much, didn't I? It's my fault.
Lou, will you stop whipping yourself? It's over. It's all over.
Are you sure you two kids know what you're doing? Have you thought it over? This is a big decision you're making.
They're grown-ups.
Then you're not mad at me or anything, huh?
Oh, Mr. Grant, no. We thought it was very sweet of you.
Sweet.
That's right, Lou. Don't fight it. You are sweet.
Oh, cut it out. I guess you won't be able to use these then, huh?
Oh, 2 tickets to the hockey game. Isn't that...
Sweet.
Well, they're just a couple of free passes. Now what am I going to do with him? Hey, Mike, you want to go with me?
Sure.
We can go out and get a few belts before the game. As a matter of fact, we don't even have to go out before the game. I've got belts right here in my office.
We don't even have to go to the game at all.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Listen, I gotta go to work. Well, I'll be talking to you.
I'll be looking forward to it.
Here, Mary, you take these. You were supposed to go in the first place.
Alone?
Call my wife. She's probably not doing anything.
Newsroom? Well, hiya, stranger. I haven't heard from you in a long time. How you been? Oh, not too much. Things are pretty slow around here.
Come on. Let me talk to him.
Just a second. There's someone here wants to talk to you. It's my father.